Alright, another day to work on the truck. Started out early, finished editing a video, took care of some work, and let's take care of working on this truck. So you spend all this time Googling what's the best, because I want to, take care of the engine and stuff, because it's a good running truck. And so you Google what's the best oil filter and what's this and what's that and whatever. The simple fact is, for the most part, oil is oil. But I did decide after a lot of research that I would go with this for my truck. So after doing a lot of research trying to figure out what would be the best oil and filter for my truck, and you read people saying, oh, I go with this and I go with that, and everybody's like, oh, this is crap or that is crap, and then you get the people saying, I don't know why you spend all the extra money, they're all the same. For the most part, to a degree, yes, there is some similarities, but you can't compare, for example, if you go with the cheapest Fram, which is literally put together with cardboard inside, to something like a Royal Purple or a Wix XP, or any of those oil filters that are at least completely metal on how they're built inside and not put together with cardboard. There's a difference. Okay, do you want that thing to have a higher chance of just falling apart and not actually filtering your oil? Now, the oil, yes, for the most part, they do have to all meet a certain standard, and so all the oils are going to pretty much do their job. That is true. Maybe this oil is slightly better. Maybe it's only minusculely better. You're only spending about $5 per 1,000 miles extra compared to literally the bottom of the barrel oil filter and the bottom of the barrel oil. Why cheap out? One thing nice about having a lifted truck is you don't have to jack it up to work on to change the oil. Now what did I do with that wrench? Ah, there it is. So let's go ahead and get the oil changed. So even though I have the vinyl floor, I bought these Husky mats because they said they wouldn't slide on a vinyl floor, but just so you know, they slide like terrible. Alright, so now I got something to work on down here without laying on the hard gravel. Let's see if I can bloody a knuckle here. Alright. These should always be easy to get off. They should never be tight in here that you would strip out things. Oh, 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 oh. It's crooked. I'll fix this without spilling oil. My mom will kill me. Crap. Oh boy, there we go. I didn't spill hardly any. That's all. So I should be safe from execution. Alright. Yeah, we're still here in Colorado, so that should be... There we go. There. It appears that I had to use a 15mm to get that off. I thought I would have found a tool in my dad's shop to get this off a little easier, but I couldn't find anything. So I found this old, it looks like a piece of tape or something that has like anti-skid on it, and put it around here, and I should be able to grab this and get it loose. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can make a mess. Let's move this here. And get ready for it. Prop it up. There we go. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let that drain out. Now, an important thing to keep in mind here is that, of course, used oil has carcinogens in it. You probably should use gloves at the least. As soon as you get the oil filter out and it's draining, go ahead and get all that garbage washed off your skin so that you're not exposing yourself to unnecessary bad things. This is the second oil change since I've gotten the vehicle, and the light just came on probably about 1,500 miles ago, which would have been about at the 6,000 mile point. But the light didn't come on steady. I was hesitant to change it right then, and I was going to stick to the 7,500 mile mark, because even though I changed it to a fixed orifice, this thing is still losing oil. It's only slightly better than it was. The next thing I want to try is changing to the newer style valve cover that should also help prevent oil loss, so I can see where this oil's going. So if I'm still losing it after that, then at least I know I've got some seals or something that need to be changed. I just figured, you know, being as I'm replacing a quart every 1,500 miles roughly, that by the time I'm at 7,500 miles, I've already changed out 5 quarts of oil in that time period. That was another reason I thought I could go ahead and make it to the 7,500 miles. But this oil still looks pretty dark. So I do think I'm going to start changing my oil sooner on my truck. All right, let's put it all back together. So we want to go ahead and remove the crush washer off the drain plug and put on a new one. So there's our new crush washer. That's basically works like a gasket, and let's go ahead and get that all back on there. So what you do, if you don't have a torque wrench, you get this on as far as you can go with your fingers, and then give it a quarter of a turn. And then we're going to go ahead and on the oil filter, just take some of this oil here and you're going to tighten it all the way up. To hand tight. And hand tight should be enough. And once you get all that done, I usually like to just clean things up. Normally you should have a funnel, but because I'm not at home, all I have is this funnel that I had for my oil can, and then I just took an old milk carton and cleaned it up and used that. I'm too cheap to go buy one for this temporary purpose, because at home I have funnels. So you need a funnel, and you get it all set, and you get your oil, and you pour it in. Let the last of that drain out here. Alright, I'll take this off. And now we're going to put in quart number 6. Now let's just check the oil level. We should be good. That's 6 quarts. It may have to run down there a little bit, so it may not quite read full yet, but we'll just see. Yeah, there it goes. It says it's at max. It's a little high actually, but it should be okay. And that's it. And what do you do with your old oil, you may ask? just take it to your local parts store and they should have a means to dispose of it for you. Now to reset the change oil light, have the key on and press the gas pedal 3 times. Now in a moment it'll flash 5 times showing that it's been reset. And now it should be cleared. Miles extra compared to literally the bottom of the barrel oil filter and the bottom of the barrel oil. Why cheap out? One thing nice about having a lifted truck is you don't